Following the treacherous and unexpected Japanese attack at Pearl Harbor on the morning of December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the U.S. territories in the Pacific began falling one by one to the Japanese invasion.
Greetings and good morning, Hawaii. You're listening to Radio Honolulu. Today, December the 7th, the weather is perfect, and we would like to bring this song for the listening pleasure of all U.S. military personnel on Hawaii.
Come from every quarter, from the north, south, east, and west, to clear
Jenny, why aren't you eating?
the land we love the best. We've left our occupation and home so far and dear, but when the going's rather rough,
Mom, is Daddy going to leave us again today?
good morning.
Yes, Jenny. You know full well that he's on duty, even on Sundays.
Good morning, Mr. Zip, you're surely looking fine.
Hey, you two. I have a surprise for both of you.
If the camels don't get to the petite,
I took the day off so I could spend the entire day with two beautiful ladies.
your heck is just not as mine.
We get to play with Daddy today!
Don't worry. The Arizona will somehow manage without me for one whole day.
You meet them down the pipe in olive drab and khaki. I'll go down the heights.
This is preposterous. Utterly preposterous. Our Pacific Fleet has been destroyed at Pearl Harbor, clearly demonstrating an unprecedented level of complacency and incompetence in our high command. On top of all this disastrous news, our territories in the Pacific are being captured by the Japanese daily. Gentlemen, this cannot be allowed to continue. Admiral Nimitz, you are hereby appointed the new Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet. I expect you to fully engage the Japanese and put an end to this nonsense immediately. You must save our nation. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Mr. President, indeed, the situation is dire. However, I'm convinced that decisive actions will swing the balance in our favor.
Mr. President, the appointment of Chester Nimitz is the best thing that you could have done to put the Japanese in their place. Together we will protect our country from the Japanese threat.
It is my direct command to you, Admiral Nimitz, that the Japanese offensive in the Pacific be completely thwarted.
Yes, sir.
Ernest, Chester, do not let our country down.
Oh my God, it is worse than in the newspapers. Oklahoma, capsized, 429 dead. Arizona, exploded, 1,177 dead. We have lost so many brave seamen, and it all happened in 1 hour. How many more have to die before we end this war? I hope that we can get back at those damn Japs, sir. We have to regain our strength first, then retaliate at the right moment. And here comes my fleet. Enter.
Naval Intelligence Officer Lieutenant Commander Layton, reporting for duty as ordered, sir.
At ease, Lieutenant Commander. Give me the situation report.
The Japanese carrier task force is headed in a...
Read the report, Layton. I am interested in the officer's mood, not the statistics.
Well, after everything that happened, sir, everyone expects to be relieved of duty. I'm also willing to take responsibility for our collective failures, sir. Who should I transfer my duties to?
Sit down, Lieutenant Commander. Lieutenant Commander, I've scrutinized the report and the attack on the Pearl Harbor. I have come to the conclusion that you and the other officers are not to blame. It could have happened to anyone. It's my sincere hope, Layton, that you and all the other men will remain in your assigned duties. America most assuredly needs you.
Well, Admiral, we all know this is a catastrophe, sir. Our Pacific Fleet is all destroyed.
No. I would not say that's true. Our aircraft carriers are still in good shape. So, despite the devastating blow, it's still too early for us to give up. This is especially true in your case, Layton. You have spent years in Tokyo, and you studied the Japanese mentality and their traditions, and know them better than anyone else. Your knowledge is an invaluable asset. Edwin, let's assume that you are Admiral Yamamoto. What would your next move be?
Well, sir, I would focus on this southern region, sir. The Japanese are in dire need of fuel. So they're going to have to occupy New Guinea. And then all the nearby islands which are rich in oil. At the same time, they should try to capture Port Moresby, which is to support any subsequent invasion of Australia.
That is exactly what I have assumed as well. And that is where we're going to stop them.
From the Commander-in-Chief, United States Fleet, Admiral Ernest, the Port Moresby base in New Guinea is the last obstacle in their way. Further, be advised, 2 Japanese carriers left the base in Rabaul. The Southwest Sector Commander, General MacArthur, will try to hold Port Moresby at all costs.
From Admiral Nimitz to Admiral King, I sent Task Force 17, including carrier Yorktown, to intercept the anticipated Japanese attack.
Admiral Fletcher reports. Task Force 17 has reached the designated location.
Great. Your next step will be to join forces with Task Force 11. Upon uniting our fleet, locate and eliminate the Japanese forces. Bear in mind that after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, every major naval vessel counts. Under no circumstances can we allow for the loss of the York.
All these fancy new carriers will not replace good old 400mm naval gun.
Full steam ahead, Captain.
Your forces are comprised of both core and non-core units. Core unit strength indicator is green.
A Japanese recon aircraft has been sighted close to our task force.
It cannot be allowed to escape.
From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz. My pilots spotted a group of Japanese warships heading for Tulagi Island.
I'd rather not take the reports of MacArthur's Army pilots at face value. They are not accustomed to naval operations and could give us an incorrect assessment of the situation.
We have trouble hearing your orders at this altitude.
We'll carry you through this battle.
Enemies are high. We are higher. You're gonna love it.
The aircraft has been shot down!
Great. We made sure he was not able to reveal our location.
Yahoo!
We'll hope for the best. I hope there'll be no enemy fighters.
We are high in the sky.
The skies are calling.
Hey, the skies are ours. With blinding speed.
Ammunition and fuel icons next to unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn, the canister icon will be green. If it can no longer move, the icon will be gray. Like
We'll carry you through this battle.
It's a pity we have not used this great reconnaissance tool before. Acting blindly is too costly at times.
Enemies are high. We are higher. We had been pilots before we were born. Live to fly!
Submariners are the elite of the Navy. Yes, it is us.
Is there anything better than serving on a US battleship? I don't think so.
We're eager to fly.